कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative. See, my hair is the same as the ad read. If you see, except little white it became because I was worried the sponsor will get irritated the way I talk, about the product and all that. So that the whitening of the hair happened immediately. You can see that as well. Hair, of course, is a touchy subject, Abbas, so I will not go on about it. Welcome to Cyrus Says Cock and Bull, presented by Volvo Cars India with petcare partners Heads Up for Tails, says Akashwani's most favourite and famous announcer. And today, speaking of Akashwani, live from Delhi is Sparsh. And the reason he's here is because our third partner, obviously Abbas is the host, and our third partner, Shreyas, has not made it from across the road where he lives far away.
I am the co-host.
You're
the host.
Yeah. I'm the CHUT host. Yes. English guy spelling problem. Right. So we're waiting for him. In the meantime, while we wait for him, I was just thinking out aloud, as I usually do, until the neighbors call my mom and say, please stop him. And I was thinking that as a social scientist, and you guys know I'm a social scientist.
Of course.
I always worry about little things that people don't seem to think about till I, narrate it to them. And one is that, have you noticed that if you chew gum and pee at the same time, your peeing performance gets affected?
Does it?
It does. But I couldn't understand why, because when you play cricket or football or something, generally, and you chew gum, you're okay.
Yeah.
Like I played sports chewing gum all the time, trying to look cool and failing at the sport.
I think we lost Sparsh, even though he's in the studio with us.
I think that's a good thing. I think that's a bit like, we try to do chewing gum and peeing at the same time. So we try to do Sparsh and us in the same.
But when you say it gets affected, you mean it
the
improves the
flow,
stream or?
The pee flow, the fluidity, excuse the pun, of the flow goes for a toss, excuse the pun again, because you're chewing gum. So basically, organic things from the body should not be simultaneously used with a second thing.
Got it.
Yeah. That's why don't shake hands at the male urinal with a friend. You'll tend to, cause trouble.
Okay.
Because the body function has to be given its complete and total dedication. And then, it happens all the time. You don't do it.
Chew gum and pee?
No, shake hands at the urinal.
No.
Wow. It starts with shaking hands and then shaking,
I keep my hands near my business as much as I can.
I think we need to move away from this stupid subject. I mean, what's wrong with you?
As an entrepreneur.
I know you're humoring an old man on a show like this, but after some time, just let it go. Yeah. Come on.
Can I just say, in the intro, you said hair is a touchy subject. You'd be surprised at the number of women who want to caress my bald head.
You're saying that? I was just the other day.
Does that sound creepy, Sparsh?
No, it's not creepy.
I can actually visualize this thing happening on top of your head.
Sparsh, you're speaking as a woman, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Because of my long hair.
Fair enough. But there's a girl not girl, all ladies now, large, let's face it, in their 40s. And she was saying that because a bald man passed us by, and she said, and I must have said something disparaging, because I always have bad things to say about everyone to encourage society to be a better place. And she looked at me and said, I find bald men highly attractive. Yeah. And I was like, what? Yes. Why didn't you all send that information earlier? We were like anxiety attacks from 20 with most of the guys I know. You just say chicks like it this way. We're like pulling out our hair, and,
But it depends, no? I mean, it doesn't look good on everyone. I mean, I went bald, I looked like Gandhiji.
You went bald?
There was this one time I went bald, I just shaved off my head for some reason.
Why would you go? You're 22. Why would you go bald?
I hope it wasn't for religious.
You saw?
No, it was
36 Chamber of Shaolin.
Oh, really?
He wanted to star in the movie.
It was just for fun's sake. I mean, at the end of the day, I was like, fuck
Nobody
it.
goes bald for fun's sake.
Yeah. I do weird stuff with my hair.
Some girl challenged you.
I didn't know, Ray. So there was this one time I just found razor in my thing, and I was like, fuck it, let's just shave it off. And then I look like Gandhi. I'm like, fuck it. They're like, हाँ ठीक है कर ले कोई नहीं आ जाएंगे वापस.
What cool parents.
I know. Yeah.
Mine would be तू कौन है? Get out of the house.
But don't don't mean to generalize, but some parents take offense that within our lifetime you're going bald.
Yeah, that is.
You have to bring a religious bent to it.
I'm just putting it out.
Poor Sparsh is liberal. Done this too.
Yeah, very liberal. Yeah. He plays tunes for us every evening on his guitar.
Yeah. Oh, I thought just without instruments. He's like some infantile
on his instrument.
Going, I don't want to get into a sexual space with it. Really? Why?
That's after 9, brother.
Which is where, again, we are mostly in office.
In office.
I apologize. I didn't think I'd say this. I'm missing Shreyas. By the way, he's nowhere close to
I'm
coming.
pretty sure
Dude,
he doesn't know he's supposed to be...
to my text. I called him
okay.
and he declined my call as well. I don't know what's up with him.
Oh, it's clear he's in an accident. Let's just hope for the best.
Let's not say that.
Or getting laid, I don't know.
Or getting?
Laid.
No, there's humor and there's ridiculous humor. There's the theatre of the absurd. You know,
I can't think of any other reason
this
why
is a man
someone
who takes a girl at 4:30 in the morning to Gateway of India to see a dolphin, which after half an hour they might see a fin.
So what? 4:30 in the morning he goes for the dolphin.
Yeah.
So right about now,
No, but the girl is coming for the dolphin. There's nothing more. There's no metaphor in it. Nothing. This is no euphemism. They see the dolphin. She says, "Now drop me home." It's the same thing every time. Or she might feel like eating fish. That's the only thing I can think
but
of.
again, but then Tarapur wala aquarium wouldn't be open at 4:30. I get it.
Wow. So Abbas, you're one of those guys who goes to Tarapur aquarium and goes like, yummy. Okay, so we'll just carry on with the show. We don't have our guests. Cancel culture is part of this show, so we cancel Shreyas for now.
Why is Sparsh lagging? Rishi's trying to fix it very badly, but
I mean, you don't have to hate me so much.
But now he's frozen. He looked for a minute to me like a very young Rekha. You know
what?
Did you see the features? I did. He looked very. It was very feminine. The grace and all that was there. The poise. Just when you're still happened because of the freezing. Otherwise, when you're moving, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, fine meaning it's what's the big deal? A woke culture, bro. So you can be feminine. What's the big deal? I'm pretty feminine myself. Abbas, you've never actually been called that. Sure.
But I'm very much in touch with my feminine side.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, without being vulgar, explain.
I'm very much in touch with feminines.
There is no such word as feminines.
I know. I was just doing it.
I'm very emotional in certain
and that's a female quality you're saying.
Isn't it?
In Othello it is. Yeah. If you study the play. Yeah. There is generic point of view that it's that emotions are female quality. Although I don't totally agree. I think hysteria is what they're trying to aim at. The sexist people are trying to make fun of women. They go more, that's emotional hysteria more than emotion.
That I don't agree with. I think men are way more emotional and unhinged
I don't
than
think
women.
there's a
I think women have things way more under control.
You know what I think? I think the emotional instrument of the male is less developed than the female. So the emotional ability
I love it how we're discussing it on a panel of 3 men.
I'm a social scientist, brother. Why can't we discuss it? Now you're going to tell me, no, I can't coach the Indian team because I didn't play for India. This is not right.
No, of course you can.
Philosophy is always allowed, democratic thought, bro. That's how the world goes forward. As a philosopher and a social scientist, let me remind you guys, when you pee, don't chew. And when you chew, don't pee. Okay, if you do, you do. I mean, who can point fingers?
I had a line planned. I thought Shreyas will be here, but I'm still going to do it anyway because I was going to say that...
Is it fuck off?
No, it's not fuck off.
That's generally the line we use for Shreyas.
I was going to say, if Shreyas was on the panel today, I would have said that all 3 of us have a podcast on the IVM network.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's his podcast?
His podcast is in the build, na?
No, the first season is out. It's called How to Citizen. He does it with Meghnad. The second season will be out.
This is so
soon.
funny. That I'm here 3 or 4 days a week and I have no idea about these podcasts.
So it's been on hiatus.
It's like being in the army and I don't know who the general is. I'm like, what's going on?
It's been on hiatus, but it's going to come
back. What do you mean
back.
It's been on hiatus? That means it's not there.
It goes by season by season. Unlike ours.
Season by season, you're talking like you got 80 million respondents. What season by season?
But he's got, him and Meghnad get a pretty high profile guest on their show.
Oh, this is that show where they're going to go meet the politicians and all?
Yes.
Yeah, those are high profile. And also Meghnad may not be seen again after season 2. So guys, enjoy as much as you can.
And I have a new podcast.
I have a bone to pick. Is it a bit left leaning though? I want everything to be center.
I'm not too sure. Was the first season too left leaning?
Look, as Amit I'm coming there. As our boss Amit Doshi says, truth has a liberal bias. So if you do walk and he's said this many times on the show, long time fans will know. I think it should be on a t-shirt. But if you do give out the truth, then it sounds liberal. And that's
you get a podcast. You get a podcast. Everyone gets a podcast. That's how
every woman and man.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Okay. What the fuck, man?
Drank too much coffee? What's going on? I mean,
no, there was a comment. I was just trying to bring out my Shreyas.
You need one actor.
Exactly.
Shreyas said you read your palm in the middle because that's his main act. Yeah.
As you can see, we're displaying comments, so this is not pre-recorded. It's happening live.
Yeah.
The people are really pissed at me because I did the entire. I think we recorded the Thursday show separately, and I ran that thing as a premiere. Apparently, it showed as a live, and I was fucking up with the entire chat as a live thing till the time we reached to the AMAs where he was reading the AMAs from his phone, and then everybody was like, "Fuck it, man, pre-recorded play kar rahe."
This is
the kind of humor we thrive on, sir.
I know. No, but I like the idea you're keeping the audience on its toes. A lot of respect for Sparsh. Look at the way he's thinking, Rishi. This guy is advanced. Evolved man.
Can I plug my podcast?
So our audience never knows.
Can I plug my podcast?
But our audience never knows if we're live or not.
Exactly.
Because we don't know if we're live or not. Because our anchor is in the car with his phone. We don't know what's going on.
There you go. Samir Kolpekar saying hello, friends, on Has It Aged Well? Not IT, it's It. The show Has It Aged Well? I hosted with Urjita.
I thought it's a joke on Hello Friends.
Well, it could be. We should actually get you in. Has Hello Friends
Can
aged
we
well?
read the cast and ask him to explain themselves?
Yeah, obviously.
Of course.
Let's do that.
That'd be great.
Well, find Mr. Dimri. That's the main thing. Because he went back and he's one of the guys who went back to his job after the show.
Did he make the show?
Anil Dimri. So he's which character? He's
Chandler, Joey.
No, Joey.
I get
Not
what you're talking
toughest
about.
name in the world, Joey. I tell you, I gotta go for Tess. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Okay, I don't think Shreyas is showing up, so let's get into the first topic.
Should we have 2 minutes of silence just
Yes,
to
let's do that.
for poor Shreyas's? Because I told him if it's a truck, just don't try and challenge it. It's just too big a vehicle.
Don't say
Imagine your last words are "oh truck." Okay,
Man,
moving on.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
And that's why you're smiling. How evil are we? What kind of karma
no,
are
I've
we
got a
inheriting here?
very bad thought in my head. So
Please
should I say
say
it?
it. Just get out of the system.
You're laughing on a bad thought.
I'm like, would it be really a loss to the world if Shreyas was?
I'm just thinking about the poor truck driver. They'll put him in. They'll charge him with this and the other. And then the Maharashtra versus North Indian bias will start because I'm sure he'll be a North Indian guy driving.
That's
Shreyas is
true.
a hardcore Maharashtrian with some roots in the RSS.
Just saying, Shreyas, I love you as a panelist. I'll get your invoice cleared really quickly.
And
from now on.
I'll never forget you. कहने में क्या हर्ज है ना?
Do you think Vishnu ji ki rasoi will distribute food free for one day?
Why?
If, Shreyas
Yes, they'll be celebrating the most one freeloader gone.
Okay, now I think we're pushing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Shreyas, I hope you're okay.
But we
wherever you are.
celebrated.
Yeah, man.
His life.
What was 2 minutes of comedy? Yeah.
Has Shreyas aged well, Abbas? Rohit Atre is asking me. Well, if he survives today.
Has Shreyas aged well, but who knows him from before? Like I know him from the
Only
Amazon.
Meghnad.
Yeah, exactly.
They're relatives, yeah. And everyone ages better than Meghnad Pocha because he's been the same size since 11th birthday.
Is How to Sit is an example of nepotism.
It is. That's a very good point. I'm glad you brought it up. Why did he cast his nephew stroke cousin? In India, it's not clear what the relationships are anyway, right?
Nepotism extends
to podcasting.
Nepotism extends to not just family but also like friends and.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
So in that sense, I got Antariksh this job. Then is that
But he's
also
not
an
your friend.
example of nepotism?
He's not your friend. You abuse him all
He
the time.
used to be.
That changed after the.
Yeah, when he turned.
That's because Antariksh or Silvery, as we like to call the actor now, he basically took away his job after getting the job from
like
Abbas.
that. I handed it to him.
You didn't. He pulled strings and they got rid of Abbas. Abbas was in Powai driving an Uber. It's so sad. Imagine Silvery would book him because he lives in Powai.
You know, there's this one
irony
episode
was
of
just-
Family Guy where Peter goes into sign up for Uber and he dresses up as a Uber driver. I imagine him as a bus right now. It's very funny. Go
Please
and
give
look and see
5-star
this.
rating to the
Abbas-
podcast as well.
Not to be sizist about it,
Yeah.
but if you are the Uber driver, it's a really like, small elderly lady, she could be scared of you. Just some people have prejudices when it comes to looks and all that. You look like a big boy. So if you just turn around and wink at her, hi ma'am, or something like that.
But you have to put on the backside of the car gentle giant inside the car Uber here.
Yeah, that will make
That
people.
would scare the crap out of me. You please don't work for Uber. Why would they put gentle giant in the car? Now suddenly her mind is going that way. Unnecessary, really.
No, but I am a gentle giant.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
I've never seen him really lose his temper.
Yeah.
Are you aggressive in any shape or form?
Not. I mean, I can be, but I
Everybody
control
can be
it
a
as
human.
much as I can.
Human beings have emotions, yes. We've
Yeah.
discussed that. Males and females, not
Yeah.
just females. Sorry about that. Sexist remarks that come out of these guys' mouths. Okay. And
can-
the artist formerly known as Shreyas is now going to be there for the full show, we've decided.
Probably.
Because there must be some action taken against this guy or the truck driver for missing him. Either way. Yeah.
Okay. Before we go to the first topic, Samir Kolpek versus Abbas has been on time for quite some
And
time.
I'm convinced that Samir
And
and Abbas...
getting better.
Yeah,
I'm
at
convinced
life.
they are the same guy, Samir and Abbas.
Who's-
It just has to be-
My hands are here. How
Always
can I
use
be
logic.
typing?
It's much better. Use
Every
logic.
good comment that
Exactly.
comes for
Yes.
Abbas is
Yes.
a all profile.
Yeah.
that
Exactly.
Abbas
You
has
can make up
created.
names. Names are difficult.
Akshay K saying, I thought Abbas will be late. Well, life is full of surprises.
Yeah.
I wonder whether they have nothing else on their plate on Wednesday morning. Kya yaar, Abbas late ho gaya ya nahi? So you wake up in the morning.
There's literally in the comments people like, who will be late today? Let's guess.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's a sport.
Shreyas just lost a spot in the tier list apparently.
Wait, what was he on? He was on 1.
I don't know. There were many comments after that thing, and now everybody's sending me screenshot like tier 1, tier 2. मैं क्या करूँ? मैं देखता हूँ, मेरा channel है, मुझे पता है. Don't share screenshots.
But I think a weekly update.
Yeah.
They should be a weekly update. You should be shifted left, right, and center. Correct?
For me, you're always tier 1 size.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm outside the tier. My pop owns the show. It's like that.
You're telling a Delhi guy, जानता है मेरा बाप कौन है?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But you can find my podcast on the IVM Pop channel, so please subscribe there. Silvery's show is also going to be on there.
Well, what are you doing? What happened to our show? We've got
Our show, Cyrus Says, the first
Volvo Car
topic.
India and Heads Up Hotels petcare partner. What
Yeah,
about
that's
them?
true.
I mean,
Your show has sponsors.
They're not working on your show.
Yeah, I know.
You
I
get your
wish.
own. You get Patanjali to do your products, no?
I wish.
Yeah,
Yes.
why not?
Yeah, why not?
He's got a cure for everything, including Shreyas. Pop 2, Shreyas will look better to you. Yeah.
The Supreme Court did a live stream of the Sena VS Sena case. Yesterday was the first historic event where the first
Saying it
time...
like the famous movie Kramer vs. Kramer. Divorce. But it is the same. It's a divorce, basically. Who gets the kid, which is the party. Yeah.
The first time the lay people got to see the interiors of the Supreme Court and exactly how the proceedings go about. Did you get a chance to catch it?
No, but I have seen the Supreme Court before.
Oh, really?
Yes, I have.
With your own eyes?
No, not live, idiot. That's a horrible feeling. Why would you be there in the Supreme Court?
So then where did you see it?
So I've seen pictures of the Supreme Court.
Okay, pictures.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
What kind of questioning?
No, I mean,
it's
you
just
said
difficult
it
to
like
put
that
together.
as if you've been there.
I
been to the
wouldn't-
Supreme Court, yeah.
I'd have a huge story. You want to make up a huge story. I was a revolutionary after Chandrasekhar
You
Azad.
come
I
from a
was the
family
guy.
of lawyers, so it's not that much of a stretch to think of...
My dad worked in a 1 kilometer space.
Yeah.
I tried to do the same thing and I would take this friggin' C-Link and pay for it every day. Amit, if you're listening, I mean, can we just discuss that? I mean, 3 to 4 days a week to pay C-Link $170 odd bucks every time you go up and down.
Yeah, every now and then we have to ask a guest to pay the thing as well.
Oh man.
But
That's
do
epic, bro.
you like? I mean, I feel it's a step in the right direction because
Yeah.
no, I mean
No,
getting
no.
to see the proceedings live in the Supreme Court.
Yeah, it is. I also enjoy the parliamentary proceedings, as they like to call it, because sometimes, you can see that
These were way less dramatic though. It was just
and slower.
you know,
The whole function is much slower. That's the problem. But sooner or later you'll get the apex predator performing, and there'll be a totally different feel to it.
in the Supreme Court.
Yeah,
Who's the apex predator?
really good lawyers.
Okay, I thought you were referring to a
No,
particular judge.
Be careful. Be very careful. You cannot make fun of the
But
judiciary in
it was
India.
kind of
Yes,
similar to-
ultra-virus the constitution, and you'll be hanged till death.
But
you can choose which gully
to
if
be
that
hanged
helps.
in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I want to be in hanging gardens just so I can abuse the VIPs as I die. Like, all right, get out, get the hell out, take your car and buzz on.
They'll be like, Jana.
What's
They'll
the
be taking selfie. Or
those House of Commons proceedings in the UK where
you've come to the right place.
somebody was
So
asking
it's the
me-
same bad behavior but better English. That's the difference.
Someone asked me to do a Shashi Tharoor impersonation
Yeah.
yesterday, and I tried to give it my best. Would you guys like to listen to it?
I would love to.
After the success of my
Shashi Nonovich was very good. Yeah.
no, but he's very. Let me figure out what to say.
But don't take a whole hour over it.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to get into character, Cyrus.
Whenever you're ready, you start. Till then, me
Yeah.
and Sparsh will talk about something else. So if we wait and watch you, I mean, this whole show is as limp as you can get. I mean, really. I don't want these two people who paid money to be here to feel bad. And by that, I mean Volvo Cars India with petcare partners.
nice.
I was like, who the fuck
nice.
paid money? Like, why am I not getting the money?
I was under the impression that I'll be joined by another friend of ours today,
Yeah.
who hasn't shown up.
Very good. Little slower.
Yeah. Slower?
Yeah, little.
I try my best, Cyrus, to bring forth my. I'm thinking of a hard
good.
English word.
The innuendo.
The innuendo and the
Asymmetrical nature of.
At times, I walk into the studio. I'm flabbergasted by the attention that I get, and
then just put in one bad word at the end of these two.
The best part is that flabbergasted was the only word that you can find in the meantime.
I can't think of anything else.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's very nice. He's trying.
Intonations are good.
People often ask me what time I go to bed, and I tell them I have to turn in by 11:30 because it takes about half an hour to set my hair straight. I know it sounds kind of ironic that a bald person is speaking about the hair, but you have to remember I'm in character right now. now.
Absolutely,
And
Shashi.
I might very well be the next president of the party that I am a part of.
You got my vote.
That's the one I'm counting on.
You get one more, you win in the Congress. Yeah, not bad. I'll give it a 7.5 on 10.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
Kunal's is a 6, so you're already better than that. Sparsh, well, how much you give him?
Yeah, I guess a 7.
He's got the hair for...
Look at his attitude. He's giving only 7.
I know.
मेरे हिसाब से वो इतना खास नहीं था. I think he can work harder.
Saurabh says Shashi Chandranovich.
Actually. We'll start off like that.
Yeah. Last word on the Supreme Court proceedings live. Do you I mean, they're not
Will they stream on
riveting television exactly.
Can I just say something and don't point fingers at me as a pathetic loser?
Yeah.
But when you've got historical information that you can look at and sporting information that you can look at and all, and let's not forget pornography. It's very hard for me to find time to look at proceedings from it's okay on a bad Tuesday with nothing much to do at 11:45 for 3 minutes. I can see that, but it's not top of in the priority section of my life. I think it goes a little lower. But Abbas, you after the Shashi Tharoor impression, I think you just believe that you're running some political party somewhere.
No, last couple of weeks we've been watching the change of guard in the UK, from the Queen's funeral and the getting passed on to King Charles, and now the Supreme Court proceedings are also very much like they seem royal because everybody's wearing those I don't know what are they called?
The feudal system of gowns and beards.
So it's like it's very much stuff you read in textbooks and watch in period movies.
So you enjoy the drama. So he's watching a low grade drama. It's like a medieval drama of sorts.
Nobody says Milord.
Yeah. They do, especially when the train announcers at a station going Milord. Happens all the time. But the military is the people trying to push the military's so-called feudal culture back and get rid of these Britishisms and the hierarchy. More than the Britishisms, we have this very strong hierarchy where the big officer bullies the orderlies and the very words. I don't know if you guys have any military culture, but it's the way they talk to them. It's the way I like to talk to anybody. It's like, orderly! Whiskey pilado. It's like that, I mean, that's the nicest ones.
Yeah.
But they are looking at quote-unquote decolonizing this very culture that you're talking about, right? The Indian Army has embarked on decolonizing customs and they've given it a name, Sahayak system.
Yeah.
Which...
Helper? I mean...
Yeah, Sahayak. But Sahayak system also is one of the different galaxies. Solar system, Sahayak system, they're all the options. You don't know science, bro.
No,
I'm here to help. Put your hand up and ask uncle questions.
But you can't upturn an entire system, in a couple of years.
I don't like doing things out of a sense of complex. It's like saying Imran Khan is not a good cricketer because he's Pakistani. It's the same thing, it's just rubbish.
Yeah.
You can't have these issues all the time. So now you've got this whole system that's in place, not just in India, because there are versions of that in most Western militaries where they have this very strong alpha male culture and the guy is the boss. Whether he says Audley or whether he says Raju, it's a tone. It's not going to change, right? So to me, it's just, it's like costume dressing or something, It's pointless beyond a point. And I remember I was telling Rishi, because Rishi and I come here on time and early, so we have to kill time talking to each other. And so we were discussing, I've done a few of these Navy balls as an anchor. And I've gone for these
I've heard they're a lot of fun.
They're a lot of fun. The show is fun. They're all great people. And they treat you very nicely as a civilian there. You're sitting in a big room with the Rear Admiral himself. Everybody else is real tight and careful. And they sit after him. I didn't know the way I sat. And then somebody said, get up. And then sit after him. All that is happening. But the funny thing is, the way they talk to the orderly and the Batman, as they call them, the guy who makes drinks and all that. It's like, maybe in the police, sometimes you see that as well. The senior police inspector talking to a junior. But it's less now. That's another world. But I mean, you could just come there and change it. As an egalitarian citizen, you come in and say, I felt really bad for Ram Prasad, who was called, orderly! But for them, it's normal and natural. So I don't see how that's changing. I think in the podcast, we need to be more aggressive also. I think it's we're too nice to you. Okay, get me water.
You call them Batman.
Batman.
Oh.
Batman.
B-A-T.
Oh.
Batman.
Like
the superhero.
Well, not like him, but it comes from like...
Who also has a butler, to come to think of it.
Batman is the butler only. He's doing all that stuff.
I know, but even the superhero Batman has a butler, Alfred.
Well, I don't call him a superhero. He's just a hero because he's got lots of flaws and all that, no? If you look at the Batcave, badly designed. Robert Pattinson can't drive. Somebody was telling us.
Did you see the movie? The Robert Pattinson movie?
I saw it, but...
I'm sure you didn't sit through all of it. It's 2.5 hours long.
No, I fast forward here and there because it is a little draggy.
Right.
But the fighting sequences are all really like all the action sequences. Yeah. But in between it is draggy and this is the way he talks and all that. That's never going to end with Batman, is it? Exactly the way you were sighing there. That's Batman saying hello.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is so...
That's Batman getting disappointed at Shreyas not showing up.
Not break into comedy over the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
God, I hope what if something really happened to Shreyas? We made fun and all that.
No, I have
Okay,
texted.
it's very
Because
weird
25
for him.
minutes late for a 2-minute walk. I mean, that's horrible. Oof, ouch. Anyway, people who are listening to the podcast or consuming it at this point, please don't cross the road without looking properly, etc. Because obviously, this riveting podcast, it gets to them and you can't focus on anything else. You're caught in the whirlpool of information that we give you. Batman, Sahayak, Wadley. I mean, who gives you all that in one shot? Boom.
Yeah.
And then not to mention Shashi Tharoor on record.
Do the Volvo story in Shashi Tharoor's accent.
So the next story comes to is
One
called.
sec. There's a comment.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
sometimes people from the military can be different. My father used to be so disciplined after being posted in Arunachal. The culture is very, very disciplined and boring at times. Okay.
I mean,
Although
boring.
that's not the issue. What he's saying is giving you a look into the culture. But
These are men posted at the possibility and like maybe something might break out, right? So they have to bide their time.
It's a hierarchy which is basically like a star system. So the alpha, the bigger the officer is, he's the god. Okay, you can't just change that. He's God status. Then below him is lesser God status and lesser. And then there's the Batman who, in your world, in Avengers and all that, he's doing fine. But here he's the lowest rank.
No,
of the whole thing.
I get this. I had a cousin.
You were in the army with this hair.
No, I had a cousin. I have a cousin.
Whose side
for
were
that
you on?
matter.
China? Hair is very Chinese to me. This is
Really?
wrong to say.
That's the Chinese military
That
haircut?
soft, flowy hair. And this is not a homoerotic moment, but I'm just saying. Because Rishi is worried. Rishi is like, wo kahan se aa gaya? He can't understand.
Yeah, so I mean, I have a cousin whose uncle from the maternal side is in the army, and he has this sort of like giving orders attitude.
Yeah.
Like every now and then I'll be there. He does. We don't talk a lot, and he'll be like, "Give me order." I'm like, "Arey,
Yeah, they can't
le
say-
aunga." So there's this thing that comes
So
out
he doesn't
naturally.
know that with the civilian he's talking in a strange way. It's just normal.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
there is this thing where I remember reading somewhere that the general of the Indian army will have more in common with the general of the Pakistani army.
Of course.
Than his juniors.
100%.
Yeah.
They're a class apart and they're bred in a certain way for generations. And so will the British guy and the American guy and the Canadian guy and lots of forces around the world. They're very similar.
There used to be this ad 8 p.m. Alcohol where after 8 p.m.
You're
at the border.
You're a non-drinker. You shouldn't be talking about that.
I mean, I remember the ad.
You lose your sponsor for your show, which is...
Has it aged well?
Has it aged well? Then he looks at me and winks.
After 8 p.m. at the border, the two generals used to pour each other.
I love those. That was a great concept. I think I must have written it.
The days when we could advertise cigarettes and alcohol on television.
Or talk about Indian and Pakistani being friends. Sharing a drink. I mean, governments are going mad. Daru pila de bhaichod. What's going on? I gave you a gun and you're giving him drinks.
Yeah.
That's true. Should I go?
But the best part, can I tell you the funniest part about that? Because until you see the uniform clearly, nobody knows which one is Indian and which one is Pakistani.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a little beautiful point there, which is like Toba Tek Singh. I don't know if you
Again,
remember
not something
the
we can
famous
talk on
Toba Tek Singh
television.
story.
Yeah.
No, where he dies in no man's land. Na Pakistan, na Hindustan. It's also a great point.
Yeah.
Which is why we're getting to
I've
all
seen Nasir do a reading of it
Yeah.
at NCPA. Quite moving.
Oh, Paddi Gidgidi, Angsti Begyanti, the Pakistan Indian
Oh, you
government.
remember it?
I may not be very good at the Hindi language, but I love literature of any language, brother. You're wrong about me. You don't know me. Get to know me, Shashi. You euphemistic.
I'm trying, Mr. Brocha.
You euphemistic brolagio. Let's make up words. Come on.
Shashi Chandranovich.
Yeah.
So we go to the sustainability story of the day, powered by Volvo XC40
You were
Recharge.
supposed to do Shashi Tharoor's voice.
I'll do the story in
yeah,
Shashi's voice. Let's not
The
do
setup you should
let's
not. This guy's smart. Marketing 101. Off you go.
So, Cyrus, a recent story in the Wall Street Journal, a newspaper
What
I've written
journal?
for once or
But if
twice.
you're Shashi, I think you should call him by the wrong name. There should be little eccentricities, no?
What should I call you?
Like Suresh or whatever. You should just not get it right. And also, without being arrogant, you're just so full of yourself that, I don't matter. But it's Chandresh, Suresh or Sham.
So, Ramu, is that your name?
Yeah, that's my name, yes.
The Wall Street Journal has revealed that automakers making electric cars had no idea that the new technology would be so well received by customers all over the world. Some customers in the US are facing a backlog waiting period of almost 2 years in putting them off from buying cars. It's quite a dichotomy. if I may say so, that we are promoting electric cars and we see here people want to switch to electric cars and they can't.
You know what you've done? You know what he's done, Nurse Boy? So now I don't know people are going to buy the electric car, but they're going to vote for Shashi Tharoor. So what you've done is, I don't know, ambush marketing of sorts. I don't know, Shashi Tharoor ka baat pur gaya yahan pe, and electric hanging in there.
The funny thing, my new book is precisely about this, about writing how the evil acts of man are affecting the environment.
Yes, this is a subcontinental politics only. Do we travel?
As someone who spent most of my time in Oxford, I'm only learning the ways and means of people of our country. But what do you have to say about this, Ramu?
Shavik has to say.
I'll say one thing.
Shavik has to say something about this.
I'll just say one
Abbas
thing.
is doing his Bandra accent.
No, my Bandra's accent this.
Yeah, it's quite good.
It's quite good, exactly.
A little tuning up, it'll be spot on. It's like, I think he's nearly there.
Yeah, I mean, the audio episode, people are not going to understand.
They'll think we have Shashi
They'll
Tharoor
think
on.
that's Shashi
And especially call me Ramu. But that's proof.
That's how we could have done the 1,000th episode,
Super
Cyrus.
intelligent, powerful man know the name of the podcaster.
We could have done the 1,000th episode just as audio with me.
Why did we call
pretending
him?
to be
We didn't think about him.
Shashi?
No, but sorry to burst your bubble. We could call the real one and you.
We were in I mean, if I can
we
reveal
weren't
it
able-
now,
yeah.
the talks were initiated, but
Yeah.
he had a busy schedule.
That's the reason he didn't come.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I think Shashi Tharoor has better
Not
things to
that
do.
because he did not like drama.
No, if you called me Ramu, he would have come. Cyrus has got no vote
Yeah.
bank. Who's this Cyrus? What, some 200 Parsis? No point.
If I may say, his was one of the few politicians who initially did show a bit of interest, or his team.
I'm a big fan of Shashi Tharoor. You never sell him to me. He's witty, he's charming, he's funny.
Here, we heard a grating sound.
And as we go into a break, Shreyas has been found. Guys, the visual content in the second half is not going to be good because obviously he's taken a beating, right?
Yeah.
A harrowing experience.
No, but
Three
I want to discuss
7-year-old girls beat him up.
this
outside the
sustainability
pawn shop.
story that people do want to switch over to electric cars, but the makers did not anticipate such demand. So now the supply cannot meet the demand.
I personally want a Volvo
XC40 recharge.
XC40 recharge. But I'll also take any Volvo because I love the brand, but preferably the electric, obviously.
right.
In fact, now my guy Prakash, he's so excited because he somehow thinks that we can afford fancy cars. Every time we pass a Volvo, he tells me the name of the car. Dekhe, Volvo. And now it's hurting me. So Volvo, if you're listening, don't make an old man cry in Malabar Hill where he lives with the poor.
Yeah, true.
And just let me wake up one day, look down from the balcony, and wahan pe ek lal rang ka beautiful, in the voice of Shashi Tharoor,
Volvo XC4. Let me do it properly.
Shashi Tharoor at a loss of words. How the country has fallen. BJP, what are you doing?
No, of course we're talking about the wonderful Volvo XC40 recharge, which you've driven a couple of times.
Then you have to say driver ka naam kya hai?
Ramu.
Okay. Three of us are enjoying the show.
Unfortunately,
Nobody
at
else is.
at this precise moment, we have to go into a break, Cyrus.
And not only break, there'll be a breakthrough because when we come back, the man, the myth, the legend will be with us. Shreyas, what happened? Why late? And is he here to tell his tale? A second. Yeah, and I have 4 babies. Maya, Mikhail, Peter, and Mary. That's 4. Shashi? Huh? You approve? Achha, bad news, no? Shreyas has not made it.
Yeah, he's not
We
made
thought because we heard
To
sounds
the
and all
show,
that.
guys, to the show.
Well, I leave it open. I just leave it open. I don't want to, don't do that. Yeah, because
Leave
that
it
gives a spin.
open, man.
We don't know.
But
why should we be the bearer of good
Let's
news?
not assume,
Don't be
no.
the bearer of good news.
Sparsh, just to confirm, you called him and the call was cut.
Yeah,
More than
that
once.
means he's alive.
More than
Yeah,
once.
that means-
No, if his phone has been robbed after they murdered
Hey,
him,
yaar.
they were obviously cut it. When my phone got
then they
left
would
in
have,
the
like-
taxi thing, nobody answered the phone because that guy didn't rob it. He just couldn't find it. When he found it, he basically started calling. So I think if they cut it, it could be anything. It could be a crime. I think it's a
Do you
crime.
think he's kidnapped?
I think somebody's watched that show and seen that damn palmistry act again. And said, both ho gaya, main kuch karna padega abhi. And they've taken action. And that could be Vijay Nair of OML.
Why?
That guy is very aggressive. Very aggressive man. I heard that he's got a temper. I got to tell the truth on the podcast. I can't protect
I heard he
people
got
anymore.
arrested.
That's true. For Shreyas' act.
But Shreyas is not an OML talent.
Not anymore. Now
Was he?
it's up to the Supreme
No,
Court.
no.
Yeah. But so you want to tell me that story, Vijay Nair?
I actually don't know the details of it. I was telling you
But
just
you
before we
said
started
Vijay Nair
rolling.
is the head of OML.
I'll read it, the tweet.
OML is the
Ex-head,
What do you mean
not
ex-head?
currently. I mean,
he
he-
fired himself.
No,
I
he
thought
was
owned it.
let go because he was Me Too'd.
Oh, the Me Too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
after that, he came back, bro.
But not in an official capacity.
Yeah, but
I
nobody
heard
has an
stories.
official capacity, but I hear that they're all back. All the Me Too, there's not a single Me Too who is not back. Many have been promoted.
That's true,
have started their
actually,
own businesses, looking for some kind of award. I think somebody's at the door getting distracted. No?
Not Shreyas, definitely.
Maybe a female presence finally on this show.
So the tweet that I heard is that the CBI has made the first arrest in the Delhi excise policy case, and which was Vijay Nair, former CEO of Mumbai-based event management company, only much louder. That's all I know. I don't know the details of the story. The story is developing as we speak.
Things are happening, guys.
So
Just
maybe
wait and watch.
Maybe Shreyas is involved in some way.
That is possible, yes.
Something we'll come back. We'll clean up the story later, but we don't know. If you know, in the comment section, please tell us.
Yeah, please tell
it's
us.
a live show, and I'll prove it's live by pinching myself. Ow! Usually, you know it's live. Yeah.
Can we go to my favorite story of the week, which
how to lose hair and influence people?
That happened long ago.
This is very nice. This is personal to me.
Personal to who?
The story.
Yeah, because it comes from Gurugram.
Yeah.
The chess game.
No,
I
not
didn't know, Ray, the
Gurugram. Gurgaon.
I know what Gurugram is. Don't act like because you think I'm an elitist from friggin'
South Bombay.
Yeah, but you have to understand one thing. That's the women in South Bombay. I apologize immediately. Don't shoot.
So 30 Gurugram villagers were booked for forcing the authorities
I'll tell you why he's right to say
make a road.
I used to do that because it's irritating when they put it down your throat. It's a Gurugram bolna padega. So you have to.
It's bad. So nobody says Gurugram.
That's
Only
why
the papers are
I
writing
used to say Mumbai like that, almost in the sarcastic vein. Mumbai. Because actually nobody said Mumbai. The Hindi speaking guy said Bombay. Okay, and English guy said Bombay. And nobody actually said Mumbai. Mumbai
Local, the Maharashtrian
Mumbai
people, of
Devi
course,
is a
said
temple,
Mumbai.
Baba.
But they used to call it Mumbai only.
Bombay. If you see old Hindi films, the B will be there.
Of course,
In Hindi, it becomes Bombay. Bombay. So Mumbai, they've made it up and then they try to give a Marathi spin to it, but it wasn't there. Marathi speaking people are exactly the same as you and me. Either they're English or they're
Mumbai madhya hai. That's like
Shashi Tharoor. Shashi Tharoor.
Now I'm Eknath Shinde.
Oh no! You ain't no Eknath. Don't you dare go to Eknath from my favorite Shashi Tharoor. Yeah. That guy holds up traffic every single day. Yesterday going to YV Chavan. Oh, bloody Marine Drive. Please don't mention this to me. The whole podcast. Oh my God, I've lost my mood. I've lost my mojo. I'll strangle Shreyas if I see him now.
Okay, back to Gurugram, where 30 villagers were booked because they forced the authorities to fix a manhole at gunpoint, which I think is such a baller thing overnight.
Who?
There was a congregation of villagers who were so sick of the
civic infrastructure being pathetic, as is north, south, east, west of India.
They took away 3 machines and construction material and forced them to lay a 50-meter patch of road in front of a petrol pump on Tauru Road.
Wow.
Yes.
This
is the great example of citizens taking the law.
It's a bit like a Jaspal Bhatti show going into another level.
A little dark.
A little dark. And it's still funny for me. I'm just thinking, this is what you have to do to get a response. Finally.
Because
we say Gurgaon people can do it. That's the thing. So why shouldn't they?
Now, do you respect Zomato?
I respect Zomato all the time. Yeah, of course.
Privatize everything is what I'm saying. You try to get anything done, nothing gets done. Simple.
Like all of us on the roads, we say this 10 times. Arey, kabhi kuch badlega nahi. Kabhi bharege, khali paisa lete hain. These guys actually took the reins in their own hands and made them fix at gunpoint, which is a very Gurugram thing to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is not a very big stretch
NCR thing to do.
Because everybody's got a gun. It's not like here.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying Gurugram people can do it because they have the required equipment.
Immediately. It's not exactly like strategize. Let's go into the room. Let's discuss. 5 din ki baat hai, and then finally you come up with the plan.
They're not like aaj bahut ho gaya. Aaj to jaake thok hi denge inko.
Ek Chandra, pistol hai na? Immediately. Yeah, it's fantastic. So are we all in agreement? We're on the side of the villagers.
So the guy who's held responsible for this is a man called Hoshiar Singh. It's in
what
the name, right? Yeah, exactly.
He's a winner.
Who refuted the claiming that all villagers wanted was a road built on the site because over 20 mishaps had occurred there in the previous few months.
Nobody's denying that was the correct thing. The problem is what action they took.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Hey, Sara
but open manholes are so dangerous.
Yeah. Our lovers, love life is back in the chat.
Sarah's back.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's going on?
Nothing's going on.
I'll tell you what's going on. She didn't like him anymore till he came back in the avatar of Shashi Tharoor.
Were the Gurgaon people by any chance related to you?
That's the whole... Nah. What do you think?
Shashi Tharoor what?
No, you're suddenly doing this is not Kunal. You're doing Kunal again.
No, too many things coming at me. Sarah's back.
To talk about
He's talking about some Gurugram thing.
What? Pardon? Pardon? Because you don't want to answer. Listen, that's simple body language. We are social scientists, me and Sparsh. Don't judge by the hair. And
Ramu, I'm getting older. I need one piece of information at a time.
Call me Xing
To
Ping.
really...
And I'm not under house arrest. I'm free to do my own thing, according to me. Okay, that's the story. Great story.
The Gurugram story is what we were talking about.
Can I make a really bad joke?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
We know what a manhole is. What's a woman hole? I'm just asking. Okay, listen, guys, stop it. There's a limit. There's a line.
Let's just say...
started.
Okay.
What the fuck? Where's your pistol?
You don't. This is recorded on record.
But a pistol is in Spanish is also called a pistola.
Isn't it pistole?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I hear the Marathi inflection.
La
It's not
pistola.
pistole. It's pistole.
Oh, I'm saying it again
Pistola.
like Italian. I don't know why.
You're Shashi Tharoor now. Yeah. You're Italian Shashi. I'm a Shashi Tharoor.
Abbas Moment is now not.
Change.
Shashi Tharoor.
The new president of the Congress. With the same accent.
Oh, yeah. Flabbergasted.
Well,
That's what I heard when I went to take permission.
As a Parsi and Muslim comedians here, let's pack our bags and let's cross to China. We'll be safer there. Okay? We can leave in the morning. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Okay, so let's go to the HUFT pet tail story. This is, I think, a very sweet story. The CISF has
Do you want
inducted...
Sparsh to bark throughout?
He can actually. This is
Make
a
doggy sounds?
This is a
Nothing irritates me more than
Labrador-related
people-
story.
Stupid people barking at dogs. It's one of the worst things ever.
I know, yeah.
I don't know why they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just look at a dog and go, "Ruff, ruff, ruff, ruff."
But I meow at cats all the time.
But you do it with love, it's different.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're trying to communicate. You're actually trying to communicate, it's different. It looks foolish, but you can see the intent is good. But they're just trying to be like obnoxious with animals. I've seen a person barking at a rhino at a zoo. I'm like, it's a rhino.
What?
There was a kid. I took my daughter about 10, 12 years back. And this, let's call him Bunty Beta. Bunty Beta is going, hey! So I said, I couldn't resist. I know he was only 7 or 8. I said, shoo. Okay, and that's the best thing I could call him at that point. He said, what the hell is wrong
Was
with you?
that zoo
Ye
in
kutta
Delhi?
nahi hai?
It could have been.
By
me.
Bakla Zoo? Cyrus?
But yeah, the one and only.
Yeah,
bro.
the one and only.
Or we can look at Navi Mumbai as a zoo and you want to go with that one. Nahi sir, nahi. Mat bol aisa, mat bol.
The next best thing to Tarapur wala aquarium, the Bakla Zoo.
Rishi wants to be protective of Navi Mumbai. We abused everybody and everything, every community. I mean, what's left?
If it was Navi Mumbai, it could have been me also. I was in Navi Mumbai.
What do you say?
really?
Oh
Yeah,
my
for 2 years
God.
I've stayed in Navi Mumbai.
Woof to rhino. Sorry, back to the.
So the CISF has inducted a dog squad of 8 female Labradors for security operations on the Delhi Metro.
Yeah.
This has increased the total number of canines with the force to 60 dogs, which helps detect bombs and other unattended items. It will be deployed at the newly inaugurated magenta and pink lines of Delhi Metro.
Yeah.
So
There's a
good news for
magenta
Mumbai
line.
There's a
Metro
magenta
walas.
line as well.
Delhi Metro is still getting their act together. So we were years to
They're
go.
making space for dogs now, and we're
yeah,
still figuring out humans.
But the thing is that when you have these Labradors, one of the friendliest breeds ever, 5-star hotels, railway stations, airports, it's very difficult to, you want to go and pet them and all that. The handlers always try and act
I
like they're
know,
German
yeah.
Shepherds or Dobermans, which
Yeah.
they're not. So, I mean, the doggy's name is Floppy. And,
Yeah,
and his tail is wagging and he's more interested in you than smelling some bloody bomb there.
The dogs have amazing names. So some of the new dogs are named Nikki, Ruby, Stella, Alice, Maya, and Hina.
Maya's my daughter.
Ruby is my mom.
but I like they've chosen.
Beta, got a job. Call.
Ruby is my mom.
Ruby, what are you saying? Ruby, Maya, 2 down. Abbas, give us something.
Hina
bro.
is a cousin of mine. So,
Hat-trick.
We're getting employment in our family. That's
Wow.
good.
And respect, yeah. Metro pe
respect,
kaam karta bhai. Metro.
oh, the handlers were allowed to pick names for their dogs. So,
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
yeah, they must have named them to people close to
I
their
wonder
hearts.
if
Yeah.
Silvery's parents were allowed to pick his name. How did that happen? Wasn't they lost a bet that night? Oh.
So the CISF Canine Squad already has 17 German Shepherds, 23 Labradors, 10 Cocker Spaniels, and 2 Golden Retrievers now.
Do want to know breed shame dogs? What's a Cocker Spaniel doing in the mix?
I mean, I don't know.
Quite the expert on the doggy world and lovely dog, but you don't want him in a fight. You don't want him to smell things. You don't want. I don't know what's the job.
They have work hours also. The shift starts
Nice.
at 7 a.m. and ends at 11 p.m.
Unlike
for the
Shreyas, they're on
dogs.
time. Really.
Yeah. So the piece ends by saying, so we can all rest easy knowing.
Can I also
our
suggest
days and
something?
nights-
Great, the breeds are great. I'm not one of those selective animal lovers, but also let's use desi dogs. They're so intelligent.
They
Desi
are.
dogs. I mean, I can't tell you how easy it is to get them to understand your point
There
of view.
actually, I have like couple of desi dogs at my bua's place. I've kept them there because I could not keep them at my place because of my mom's health conditions and all that stuff. There's one called Chotru, and he's Chotru, and he's damn smart. Like there was this one time we were playing Holi and we locked him at the, we put him in the Chatwala area because obviously people were like playing colors and all that stuff. He saw us leaving from the veranda. Then uske baad he came downstairs. He opened the door. I don't know how. He opened the door, locked the door back, like literally locked the door, and then came to us. And he's very smart in that way.
Again, better than Shreyas, who couldn't open his own door today and he's locked in the house somewhere. Look at the difference.
If anything wrong is, we'll have to take this episode off. You realize that, right?
But Holi, coming on Holi. I know it's not really a big thing anymore in terms of people actually playing. But growing up 22 years ago, so you'd see dogs with color, pet dogs and desi dogs, all with color.
When you say desi dogs, what are we exactly referring to?
Indies.
Okay. I don't say desi. I don't like the word Indies. But the word they use is Indies. I've always called them desi doggies because they live in the country.
Are they more mainstream than indie? Get it, guys?
They actually, they can be.
I get it. I get it.
Go ahead, Cyrus.
Yeah, they're struggling, just like the indie movement.
So Holi, you were talking about Holi.
No, I'm just saying. So initially I thought it was like animal cruelty because you'll see pink, green, and blue. But actually, when you see people with their dog, the dog's just having a good time. You put color on the dog's happy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, just I'm like anything that celebrates the community together, have a good time. What's the big deal?
Yeah, true.
Right? But then clean the doggy because
of course.
you have a Rottweiler with green and pink on his head and all. I mean, that's another story. Yeah. All right.
Okay, let's do one story before we go to the AMAs. So the wrestler John Cena
what happened?
Has said...
I thought he started the third faction of the Shiv Sena. There's Shiv Sena, there's
He just said John Cena. Why were you like...
Three Senas.
You were more...
I was gonna say
you were more worried about John Cena than Shreyas in this episode.
I have not seen him this concerned ever. John Cena, what happened?
He was one of my sons.
What happened?
He was one of my son's favorite bodybuilders. My daughter follows him. He's a big hit with the kids. And,
of course.
He was a proper bodybuilder before he became a wrestler also. I got a lot of time with
He
John
set
Cena.
a
He's
Guinness...
a nice guy.
Very nice guy.
He's a very nice guy. That's the
Don't
story.
let the Sena name scare you guys, yaar.
No, it's the John that scares me.
It is.
Let's talk more about John
He's a
Cena.
desi John, but
He might just to end up on his Instagram somehow because he anyways picks up stuff from anything that's happening around the globe. The most
been to
unexpected.
India
Just keep like John Cena 10
times.
times.
Yeah.
John Cena, we love you. John Cena, we love you. John Cena.
Not Cena. Cena.
Cena में क्या फर्क है भाई? In the translation it happens.
Cena
It's
is-
natural. Bombay is like Mumbai, na? Bombay.
No.
I just give examples.
Cena is chest and Sena is when you thrust your chest out.
What?
With pride.
But less than 56 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
Be careful which chest you talk about. Yeah.
Can I say what he did?
Anji.
He set a Guinness World Record of fulfilling the most number of make wishes for.
It's a nice, beautiful
okay.
story. And then the poignancy of the moment is gone because we screwed it up with all this preamble. Yeah.
Yeah. So Cena has become one of the most popular as 650 in the history of WWE. He granted
I can do 651.
He granted his first wish in 2002 and in
If they
2012.
just put that manhole properly, they'd have got 652 or something. Yaar.
Yeah, but wait, the article says he's done 1,000. In 2012 he granted the foundation's 1,000th wish. Then how is it 650? Something wrong.
350 wishes came back.
650,
Are
sorry.
the Guinness choosy in terms
I don't know.
of which make a wish can make it to the book?
By now, our chances...
Then again they're saying in 2015 he fulfilled his 500th wish.
What?
Kya hai? NPR is wrong.
But now our chances of John Cena actually coming back and putting this up on his thing,
Thanks,
that's gone.
Kajol.
That's gone. What does Kajol say?
Wow, Shreyas is looking hot.
Yeah.
A sentence that has never been said before.
But I don't know why Sparsh thinks it's Shreyas is that chair. Because I'm looking at you, Abbas. I'm looking at you and thinking
now
Kajol
it
with
can be
bad
anyone.
eyes,
Yeah.
bad eyesight. Yeah.
But do you know the controversy that John Cena got in recently? So he was promoting a movie and he, for some reason, he knows how to speak Mandarin.
Yeah. He apologized.
And
no?
he apologized for it. So he essentially
So be
said,
careful what you say to
when the
Shashi
movie
Tharoor.
releases in Taiwan, I hope the Taiwanese people go and watch it.
But why do
and,
they apologize? Because the market for Taiwan is this much.
That's true.
The market for China is that much.
Yeah.
It's all politics, bro. Yeah.
Yes. So
can he actually
congratulations.
speak
Mandarin,
or he
yeah.
can speak a little Mandarin?
He can speak Mandarin because he lived in China for I think 6 months or so. So he picked it up.
He's one of these, he's like my friend Aarti. Some of them just pick up languages.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah,
unfair.
yeah.
It's like how you pick up a kurta. They go there for 3-4 months and they can speak it. And we live 25 years and we can't speak anything. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn you. I see you're not interested.
There are these moments where I feel like he's talking very excitedly and
I
just
know, yeah.
don't respond.
Yeah.
It's like it fucks him up.
No, bro. I'm used to criticism.
Nah, I know.
I actually I don't handle praise well. Because I get very little of that. So somebody says, I really like your show. I'm like, okay.
It's tough for me to show gratitude. I mean, for some reason, people come up to me and like, you're a very nice person. I'm like, thank you. So I just do it.
But that's not a specific thing. No? If they say specific thing, kya bolega tu? If they say,
still,
boss, thank you
even
for
if it's a specific thing,
you give me your shirt or whatever for some function, thank you for that. Then you'll respond.
No,
there's a specific thing involved.
It's somehow tough for me to show gratitude in the right way, possibly. Again, it's in this specific situation as well. I get a little confused as to what to say and all that
Such a show off
stuff.
he's being, no, right
No,
now.
it's not a
I
show
know,
off. It's
yeah,
a general
it's like
problem
people
that
come up
I am
to me like,
discussing with
you
my
have a
friends what my
nice
problems
voice.
are.
Ruby ma'am, this boy deserves a pasting. A pasting, I tell you. Nothing less.
And Sparsh is like, oh, kya bolu main? Meri to awaaz hi like, oh.
He's all about the Zulf, man. He's all about the Zulf.
Yeah, for the full Thadur experience, I should say a line and then he should do the...
You need to get that. But the problem is that we got good wigs. We'll figure this out. Don't worry. Yeah. Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored. I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me.
Cool, let's go to the AMAs.
But really, he'll make a cool leader for India.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, wherever he goes, he'll hold his own. He's very witty.
He's one of the few congressmen who's been proving results for the last couple of years.
He's won seats, a lot of them shouldn't put their hand up here, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Humble brag from Yash Tonk.
What?
Oh, man. People
Yeah,
come
I
up
should
to
change
me.
my Instagram username to
But
the real Yash Tonk.
always show a picture. We have to find two parallel pictures which are close. We have to find them almost.
No, the original one with the one that...
When he's younger, when Yash
Yeah.
is
Oh,
younger.
the one they showed was like Yash Tonk in his middle age, where he's puffed up a little with a goatee.
That's Sparsh's
Sparsh,
future.
They're praising you now. You're not
Yeah.
saying anything.
That's what I'm saying. No, that was my problem that I was discussing. Then you guys made fun of it.
So there are two brothers, Yash Tonk and No Tonk. That's what I get. That's it. We know when to stop. What are we doing?
AMAs. The first one comes
What about
from...
this? Nobody cares about Shreyas.
I
We
tried
tried getting in touch with him.
Yeah,
he's not
he's not
responding.
responding.
What can we do?
Rishi, yaar. People listening, if this is a live show, we don't know what happened to Shreyas.
You asked Rishi, he's like, I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Rishi has no respect for the panelists. He doesn't have a kind word for anyone. He thinks each one is a CHU.
He's just happy when the Thursday show gets cancelled because he gets to leave early. That's the only thing he cares about in the
See,
world.
it's one of these things. Either he's getting laid or he's gotten some work for which he's getting, like new work for he's getting paid. So he's taken
Probably.
a meeting
So
without
both these things don't sound real. I have to find a third option. I think he's just playing with himself in the bathroom and it's a really good film.
Is Meghnad in the chats? Meghnad, if you're in the chat,
then
please let us know.
Meghnad is in the bathroom with him. So it's going to be damn tough.
Okay, Himisha has a nice comment. Today's show is a sausage fest with glasses. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah,
Because
actually.
all of us are wearing glasses.
Yeah. Did you guys say A.R. Rahman
Hey,
has
but you
now
guys are
started
young with
wearing
glasses. I never wore glasses till my 46th birthday. So,
Oh, really?
in your face, man. On your face. On your face. Sorry. This you find funny, Shashi Tharoor?
Yes.
This optical illusion.
Now he's back at being Abbas.
No.
Yeah.
Because when you say on your face, I'm getting a visual of certain fluids being...
Oh. Hey, Misha, I apologize. Please tune out. Tune out now.
Himisha is very, like, basically whenever I am on the show, she's like, NSFW, please use earphones.
Yeah.
Content warning for today's episode.
But you're not that
For
bad.
God's
Yeah,
sake,
of
show
course.
some respect.
She
Come
was
on.
supposed to be in Bombay this week. I don't know if she...
Hey, easy. Predator.
Yeah.
Calm down.
She put a message on the
Yeah, yeah.
She's a
Discord
married
channel.
woman.
Okay.
We've got Sana, and we've got Toronto, and we've got all these people to deal with. You're Don Juan. You just mess women up left, right, and center. You break hearts everywhere you go. You stamp on their emotions.
That's very
you make
true.
them cry. Then you do Shashi Tharoor.
Let's not go into the other things I've been accused of.
Yeah. Hey, stop there, bro. We have no friends left now.
Okay.
We aren't left all right here. Okay.
Ariful Islam says AMA for Abbas. Hey, hi. Why your podcast is not available in video version? So the
Firstly, what does that mean?
like this one. So the first clip of the
It's audio?
video.
Yeah.
It's video also. I'm coming
You're
to that.
not ugly. You're a human human being. What the hell is going on?
First clip is out on the IVM Pop YouTube channel. Please go watch it.
That girl is quite nice looking. What's her
And
name?
the full episode will also be out very
that
soon.
sounded wrong. The whole comment. Sorry.
Yeah, after calling me a creep.
Yeah. And there were three. So in the first episode, who was on? There were three different.
Sonali Thakkar and Urjita, who's a regular
Sonali's a
co-host.
comedian, right?
Comedian, yeah, she's been on the
Met her.
show. Yeah,
Then,
yeah.
And the third?
That's it. Urjita, me, and Sonali.
Okay, so two girls and you, and you didn't
Yes.
use visual medium. What's wrong with you? Do the maths. What are you, Gurugram? Do you mean to bring a gun in my waistband? What's going on?
Can you post the link? I don't know if you can. Please put it in the comments.
But can you also ask three people, or 3 or 4 more comments to say we want the video? So we get it.
Yeah, the video is coming.
Yeah.
5 is our market normally. We get 5, we do it. 5 says get rid of Shreyas, he's gone.
The next one comes from Karan Sethi. After India lost 0-3 to Vietnam, how does this impact India's Asia Cup chances? What game are we talking about
Footy.
now? Okay.
But footy, in any case, what is our ranking? Can you just Google at the moment? Asia Cup chances, we should make the Asia Cup still, but
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not following it. So I'll have to let...
See, when it comes to rankings, it only matters if you're above Pakistan. As long as that is sorted, then it doesn't matter where
Footy we are. Footy we are.
yeah.
Cricket, I'm a little worried.
Yeah.
Because their team is looking pretty slick, and in Australia, let's see what happens. I don't know if we've got the best 11. I'm a little worried. Let's see. And luckily, I support Australia, so it doesn't bother me after a point, but yeah.
Okay, while
There's no
Sparsh
reaction.
is Googling that.
Non-sports guys. This one is still stuck in Asia.
Yeah.
I forgot to get a chessboard today. We were supposed to play a chess match. Fuck.
Just get a skinny guy and put him on the...
I like
table
how
and-
Sparsh has kept the tradition going of non-sports interested producers of
no,
Cyrus Says.
and how he thinks...
I
How he thinks, Abbas, in his naivety, that if he brings a chessboard and we play a live game, that
not
energy
a
level,
live
the
game.
room will go berserk, and John Cena himself will be what the hell,
not
guys, I
a
want to be
live
there. I
game.
want to be part
After
of
the
this.
show, I plan to play a game with you.
You
but
think
I forgot
Cyrus
to
will
get the
stick
board.
around for that long?
No,
after?
we will
Before the show.
Every day we will play one move each. We'll leave the ball here. Huh? And over the year, we'll see how it goes.
Sure, yes. Did we find what ranking India is in football?
99.
What are these
What are you
new
talking about?
producers?
The entire thing.
That's world. This is Asia, but
yeah,
still.
the Asia thing. No.
Okay.
No, but Asia also, we are not very high.
No.
I think Uzbekistan beat us or somebody beat us. I mean, these are smaller countries by a long
Yeah.
margin, but they don't have manholes. I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Everything's fixed there.
In the world, we are 100 and
In the world, we are 104.
1-0.
Sparsh
Why the
says.
FIFA World Cup
Our
acknowledge
podcast is
Sunil
103 in the
No,
world.
no, it's in the top 50, Cyrus.
Top 50?
Yes,
In the world?
in India. Also,
So there are
maybe
51. And the 51 is you. Man, that's all we got.
for the
Why
long
is-
time we were in the top 10 actually.
Yeah. And now we've been pushed up. Yes.
Sunil Chetty got recognized yesterday by the FIFA World Cup thing, their Instagram page, because he is the third highest goal scorer in the world after Cristiano and
Whoa.
Messi.
Different tournaments, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Internationally, he has played more games.
I'll bring it
That's-
down. Yeah. And of course, Ronaldo's never been pushed off a dais by some bureaucrat.
Yeah, that's true.
Not yet, at least. Let him come to India. Yeah. You never know what will happen. Yeah.
Girish Patil asked, Modi ji asked suggestions for names for the cheetahs that he has got. Any suggestions from the Cyrus Says team?
Who's the fastest guy out of the BJP? That's the name we have to put.
Well, right now they're on
Yashwant
the
Sinha.
Yeah.
I got a name. Any relative of yours?
Yashu.
Could be related. We don't know.
Probably.
Yeah. Hello?
But yes, I'm just
Thinking of a name?
No, I think the show just died. It's
Yeah.
we have to bury it now.
just one name. Any other names you want to throw out there? Why can't we just call them like, I don't know, Speedy? It's a cheetah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a...
No, but what about names that remind you of great governance? Like Tali Bajao. I mean,
Tali bajao idhar aao.
Mitro. No,
Yeah.
you get, immediately there should be a call up, you know. So you call the cheetah comes running. You know,
Right.
Tali
Yeah.
Bajao. Mitro! Okay, you can have two. One will be a short Mitro and one will be a long Mitro. So it's the same name, but it's the way you say it. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one comes from Rohit Atre. Cyrus, has there ever been a moment in your life where you had a guest talk more than you in an interview or anywhere else?
So many times.
Yeah, the recent Volvo episode.
The Volvo.
Which
the
one?
Puneet one.
Puneet?
Dude, he...
Puneet is a Google provider of
He
information.
came with an objective and he stuck to it.
Dude,
And he never
I was in the
stopped.
boot and I was
if
laughing.
if I
that
asked him-
Cyrus is not...
if I
I am not
asked-
getting levels on Cyrus's thing.
If I asked him a simple question like, do you prefer Bo Derek to Pamela Anderson? He would talk about the durability of the electric system, which has just been... I mean, it was fantastic. I mean, I could ask him anything. Just go back to this one.
yeah.
It was great. He was fun. He even told me, look, people say I talk too much. I said, no, who would say that?
I think Abish Matthew spoke as much as you when he came on.
Abish has been on the show.
He's been on the show in the early episodes, yeah. Then there was one with Danish Seth and Kubra Seth together, where I think also both of them spoke a lot.
Wow, you're counting words.
Yeah.
What the
I
hell?
mean, I used to produce a show back then.
There are lots of friendly people who talk a lot. We have a good time. So I can't remember everyone.
Yeah.
Even in the film world, we've spoken to people. Because people have a wrong information about who the person is. Always you have a prejudice to talk. Some people are so bored and lonely. They can't. Podcast is like.
And
wow.
also. Our host of Future Proofing, Eklavya, if you remember.
Yeah. Quite a few times.
Exactly.
Also Shreyas. Unnecessary. That's why we got rid of him today. He's always talking, man.
Oh, man.
He's always disconnected. He's the opposite of Puneet. Puneet is connected to one issue and he's disconnected from whatever we're saying.
He
It's
just
like
wants
that.
to get his segues in. That's the only thing that he
Which
comes
he
for.
just gets in. For no
he
reason.
gets in, exactly.
And I think he's not come out of protest, a political protest. Shreyas is saying, you guys are bullying me too much. I will not come. Enough is enough. Folks, if anything has happened to him, I apologize. Really, because now we are worried. There's no...
Yeah. Should one of the cheetahs be called what? Jalao. What? Jalao, what the fuck?
Why did you highlight that comment?
Exactly.
Why the fuck?
Arey Abbas, the Hindu guy is saying it.
Yeah, but they don't know it on the screen.
Put his name there.
Oh, it's Sunshine.
It's Sunshine?
Yes, it was Sunshine.
Guys, that's,
Sunshine is, we don't know. It's
Hey,
no religion should claim sunshine. Ain't fair.
all the audio listeners, that was me saying it Purudavan. My friend does this thing, so we play games online and then he'll be like, so sometimes we are on speakers and back in Delhi we're playing games and he'll abuse, like gandi gaali de dega. Then mom would walk in, pagal hai mummy yahan pe. Then he'll be like, he'll reverse it. So he'll like bangi rodi. Then he's like, nahi bangi rodi nahi hai. I'm like, pagal hai kya? How is that reversing out the thing?
But he's saying reverse.
Yeah.
Not apologizing.
No, he's just saying, Bhai ki lodi nahi hai.
Sorry, auntie, bangi rodi nahi hai.
It's like saying you're a truth and I'm sorry I call you a truth. That's nice. I like it. You still win. 2-0.
Yeah.
The next one comes from Ariful Islam. Why not more sports-loving panelists have to wait for Ayushi to ask sports questions?
But only male sports, huh? She doesn't know any more women in tennis, by the way. Ayushi ain't interested. Damn tough names. Radu,
There was some controversy, that Mankading controversy.
Yeah, Deepa.
Yeah.
So, there's no controversies. I'm anti the Mankading thing. And the whole of India, thanks to Ravi Ashwin, are pro it. So I'll sound
But why
like
are you
anti
the...
Because we grew up playing cricket in a certain way. We just don't do it. I don't know why they have to do it all the time. No, but the whole thing is that you give a warning. Dipti claims she gave a warning. There's no warning on record. Now, they claim it.
But how do you warn?
So you tell the batsman, ek baar aur karega to, something like that. You just basically warn in any way you can.
Yeah.
And which is generally it's a gentleman's game. These are women playing, so I can't explain. I'm just kidding. So the Brits are saying nobody warned anybody. And so they are whatever.
Yeah.
The Indian side is whatever, is saying, I mean, Gavaskar, Ashwin, all clear that marketing should be sort of allowed. But as you go back in time, Indians also, Kirmani, not happy with it. Muralidharan came on record, not happy with it. Most of the senior players, West Indians, English, also, they go for neutral country guys. All not happy with it as a concept. But the modern world, why is it wrong? They're taking advantage by taking the bat out, etc., etc. So you can hear both sides of the story. I just grew up where you didn't Mankad. I mean, we cheated enough anyway. Na? We had a 2 LBW rule. 2 baar pair pe laga to out. Who can tell where the ball is bouncing and how it's pitching and where it's going? We just had a simple rule, Bombay in those days. Yeah.
True. See, I spoke about cricket. I'm also a sport-loving
you're like a latent gay man. You're a latent cricket lover. It all comes out slowly. Slowly everything comes out.
Yeah, when the World Cup comes around, I'll become...
Yeah. There are people who actually don't... You don't like cricket?
No, I don't like cricket. I used to follow football a lot. I used to play football. I played states for KV.
Delhi. Typical Delhi. I'm Sunil Chetri.
just telling you,
I
man.
trained
What the
Sunil
fuck?
Chetri. No,
And now I just
scored
follow
more
chess.
goals in Gurugram.
मैं गिटार बजाता हूँ, मैं फुटबॉल देखता हूँ,
Bro, that
मैं
man
गोरेगांव में क्लबिंग जाता हूँ.
and the manhole was where they go. The goal was scored mostly, right? Yeah.
No.
और बॉम्बे के छोले भटूरे fuck all है, हो गया. Delhi guy.
That's your problem. I never said this.
No, Delhi guy. I'm pretending to be a Delhi guy.
But now I follow chess.
No, but
primarily.
you said that you played state level.
Yeah, for KV.
For KV?
Kendriya
Kendriya
Vidyalaya.
Vidyalaya.
State level school.
Yeah.
That's not...
That's
well done.
That's what I'm
Delhi
saying.
people
No,
will
it's not a
drop
big...
KV.
It was not a brag. You made it a
I
brag.
thought Delhi State or something. You know, it's a real good level or whatever. I mean, your school went into some inter-school competition in which some 3 guys from some other state were there. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, now I follow chess. That's the only sport that I follow actively now.
Right.
And now I'm into anal beats.
Sport.
The Hans
Anal?
Niemann thing.
Now you want to anal beats?
Because of the Hans Niemann thing.
Anal beats?
Oh,
So there's a controversy
that's
going
not
World right now.
No, I don't. What
Magnus
story?
Carlsen accused him of cheating. This guy is another reputed.
Not
guy.
so reputed
You-
now.
tell me
There's
this
a
one, okay.
young chess player called Hans Niemann, and he has admitted
Well, he's
to
a rising
cheating.
star, bro.
Of
except
course,
that
he's a rising star.
Putting him down.
I guess he crossed 2700. But so Magnus Carlsen and him were playing a tournament. He
Look at
beat
the background
Magnus
that
Carlsen.
he's known to be a cheater. No?
Yeah. So
Okay.
he has admitted to being done cheating in the past, as it told him. But then after that, this time he beat Magnus Carlsen, and the second round Magnus did not play him because he is thinking that Hans is cheating.
walked
And now
away.
the assumption is that he had anal beads up his anus.
Because everything is
That-
monitored. You're being watched
Yeah.
24 hours while the game is
Right,
going on.
right.
And where's the information coming? Someone has to give you information, right?
But
Through a
how is
computer.
that helping him?
So-
I don't know. So
No,
basically,
this is Sparsh's
no,
theory.
it's not my theory. It's a theory that's been floating around.
Huh.
That basically the anal bead had a chess engine, and somehow it was giving him nervous signals to his brain to kind of tell
But
him which
Sparsh
move
being
to
an
make. I'm like,
investigative
I don't know
journalist,
how the
he went
fuck
and
is
bought
that
anal
possible?
Wait, ek aur baat hai isme. He needs you to help him.
With the anal beads?
Yes.
I'll see what I can do.
Yes. You,
With the anal bead.
would you like
I am very intrigued by this
You
whole.
must be.
Yeah,
would you like Sparsh to put them in you or you'll do it yourself?
no, the whole thing, the sending signals
It's
to
ridiculous, yaar. Come on. Are you getting
Of course,
communication?
it's not true.
Yeah. You can't. Come on. What communication?
your.
can
I
you
don't know.
do? Yeah.
Okay, anyway, let's go to the last question. Sorry, there's a comment by Shiv Call
Shiv call.
saying anal beads give vibrations. Okay, Shiv.
how would you-
I don't know.
No, we'll take your word for it.
No, we're not judging anyone.
Yeah, I know.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's good you have fun.
Well, it's what you do after with the beads that really intrigues me.
Wash them and put them back.
Back in the same place. Wow. You think your bum is a cupboard? Fantastic. Mom shouting there. Beta, wapas aa lo.
Last one comes from IOIP. Cyrus, who are your favorite comedians or presenters to have a banter with? Jose, Sahukar, Sriram. Your episode with Jose and Suresh was epic madness.
Hey, that's a very mean question. All fun. You should ask who the ones you don't get along with. You know, who really get irritated and that kind of
The
thing.
ones on the panel are the funniest.
I don't
And
think- I don't
considering
think-
there's only
there's no
one
bad
comedian on
vibes.
this panel.
Abbas, you're the best.
I know, thank
Yeah.
you.
And then this young kid is showing a lot of potential and
yeah.
promise. Once he gets
He's
the
almost like the
once he
anal
stops
bead.
relying on the anal beads for his gags. But
Because for
I don't
that
know,
you need to
we
have
don't have
a gag mouth thing. Sorry, I was just.
Go back to Tharoor. We're in trouble here. We're losing the audience. But we don't have any bad vibes on the show. I'll be honest. So far. With everyone, I can't think of a single person who's like, "Oh God, who's this guy? Why is he here?" That feeling. I get that feeling when I leave the studio, though. When I see your liftman and the watchman. Watchman's too friendly. Yeah.
Pad F007 says, Cyrus, you have been referred to as Don Coyote.
Which makes
Is there
Kunal
a fair
Sancho
comparison?
Panza. Yes, I like it. I'll stick with it.
I've never read Don Coyote. It's too
Quixote.
Quixote.
For a man who does such
Fat.
great impressions. Miguel Cervantes. You can't go to
Tharoor.
Spain without having
He's
read Don
not
Quixote.
always Tharoor.
Yeah.
He's also
Less
Abbas at
Tharoor,
times. He can make mistakes.
So it's a bit on the Toba-texing lines, you know, the guy is like
really?
eccentric, crazy or whatever, and everything happens around it, comedy
Yeah.
errors sort of thingy. Okay. So it's not a compliment by any standard. Okay. And he's he has a sense of perspective and reality all over the place because he's a knight from another era who's, should be retired and, wants to fight windmills because he thinks they're the enemy.
I kind of see the similarities now.
If it's a euphemism for VIP movement and the things that irritate me, and I understand people are saying why this is irritating you so much, let them spend time watching their lives pass by.
Yeah.
And then you understand. At least that manhole thing, it's a real problem. But yeah,
It is.
people you vote into
I mean,
power.
from Gurugram it is.
Yeah, because he lost a lot of chess pieces and anal beads. Imagine anal beads in pieces. That's all you'll get.
You could not find them.
Why would you bring it up?
I'm going to
not
research
bring it
into this. About beat sending signals to
Listen,
your brain.
what you do in your private time, your problem, alright, Shashi? Leave us the hell alone.
Moving on, whenever Abbas is on the show and he's doing well, you know the reason.
I'm telling you, request you to come.
Because
Don't bring your
his
bloody chessboard
research for
Sparsh.
anal beads
No,
is done.
don't get your just get anal beads next time. Nobody wants to see your chessboard. They want to see that. Beta, in shorts, huh?
Yeah.
We don't have time.
That brings us to
Tomorrow.
the end of this wonderful
it?
conversation. Yes.
But what was Shreyas? I think the show should be
We'll
dedicated
reach
to
out
Shreyas.
to him.
Yeah,
and we should
dedicated
say-
to the memory of.
If anybody knows where Shreyas
Shreyas
is,
Manohar.
do you have a picture we can put up just so people remember? I don't know if something happened to him. Shouldn't we be doing the right thing as adults?
We should be.
have you seen
try
this
to
man?
reach out to him?
Missing. Have you seen this man?
Could he be in Gurugram? And as we speak,
No, I'm telling you, he's taking some meeting for some work related.
but he could just send a message saying, bro, I'm stuck in a
that's
meeting.
true.
Yeah,
That's
of course. He should have
kind of-
told me. at
Damage
least.
control would have happened
That's-
because
I
it's
would-
a live show.
I would say that
and he's been
was-
very good. He's never really been that
That's
bad.
true,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I would say it's
So should we be
unprofessional,
worried?
but he's never been professional to begin with. So I don't know.
Okay, as a semi-professional, I think he's really lowered his very high standards.
You want to give him one last call on air and see?
Yeah, let's give him a last call on air. Now you know it's live.
Yeah, now you know it's
call
live.
For dumb people like me, that's it. Yeah, it's live.
Sparsh, I have a feeling he did not know he was going to be on the show today.
No.
I'll tell you why. Wait.
I'll tell you why. It's called communication.
He knew.
We have WhatsApp proof, bro.
Okay,
He declined the call.
Oh,
then something has happened.
yeah.
Probably.
Bro, guys, I think no more jokes on Shreyas. Okay, maybe just the one last one. In Shreyas' style, we'll say bye. Palms. Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter on Cyrus Says In. Or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.